Hey, good afternoon, JCPS. Happy Friday. Happy end of the second week of NTI. Most importantly, I hope everyone is safe and healthy, following the social distancing guidelines out there. And I want to thank everybody for 2 great weeks of NTI. If you had asked me 7 or 8 weeks ago if we would be able to pull this off or what NTI would look like for a district as large as JCPS, I would have been really worried about how we would be able to pull this off and how we would be able to communicate and get devices to kids and meals to families, how we would be able to communicate without coming together physically to plan and prepare, and our teachers not being able to meet physically in school buildings to help support kids, get paper packets out, 35,000 of those out. I would have said we could not pull that off. But here we are several weeks later, 2 weeks into NTI. And yes, we have some growth areas, but I'm so proud of what we have done in JCPS, the percentages, the numbers of people participating. It's been really impressive and inspirational. And I just want to thank everybody for doing this hard work, from our school teams, from our principals to our teachers, to staff in schools who are just working so hard to make sure that we communicate and support kids in growth, to our families and parents and caregivers. I know how hard it is. We're following this all over the country, and districts, parents obviously are struggling with this to support their families and continue on with many jobs virtually while still trying to be a part of the NTI process. So thank you, parents and caregivers, for all your hard work throughout this and making sure your kids are engaged. And then students, thank you for jumping in and participating so much. We are seeing such great participation. Week 1, 92% of our kids participated in NTI. So we're very proud of that. And week 2, we're starting to see numbers that we think will be right there at that same number. So we got to continue to improve and get better at this. And we're working hard to make sure that we're flexible and that we're making sure we're supporting kids. But it has been such a success to this point. And thank you so much to all of those are involved. And so this week we had a board meeting, and we presented our new calendar to our board, and I just wanted to take an opportunity to share that with our families. Our board did forgive 4 days at the end of the year, and we are also now going to school. It will be NTI on May 1st, which was the former Oaks Day, and then on May 19th, Tuesday, May 19th, it used to be the primary election day, and now it will be a school day. It's still to be determined whether that would be NTI or whether that would be a traditional school day. But in the end, our final day of school will be June 3rd. Our final day for teachers will be June 4th. And we will continue on with NTI until we are given guidance by the governor that there would be a change, or we'll go NTI for the remainder of the year. But June 3rd will be that final date. I also wanted to explain that, we must go by statute 1,062 hours. I do not have the authority, or nor does our board, to go beneath that 1,062 hours of instruction. And so we must continue on with instruction. We can't cancel school underneath of that 1,062 hours, which for JCPS would be June 3rd. So I've said often, I find it unlikely that we will go back to school in the traditional setting for the remainder of the year. But we will get those 1,062 hours, which would take us to June 3rd, unless there is some other action taken by the legislature or the governor. And I just wanted to explain that. Also want to continue to highlight the meals that we are providing to our families. It's so important, that work that we are doing to provide those meal services to our students. And I would bet by the end of this crisis that we will have served over 1 million meals to JCPS students. So once again, thanks to all of those who are out there on the front lines making sure that our kids get those meals and continue to be fed. Once again, we are providing hotspots to our ECE students, and we are giving those hotspots. We hope they'll be in next week. We've taken in those calls of ECE families who need that service. We'll be shipping those out first thing next week. So early next week, they will be shipped out and should be coming to our ECE families by the middle of the week. So we're real excited about that as well. A couple other quick announcements. Seniors, class of 2020, we're really planning doing some things special for you. Our communications department is working on some school-based videos that we can put out to help you at least remember the great times you've had at your school. We'll be giving you more information about that and when they'll be out. And we continue to make sure that we're watching that we can provide you with a commencement ceremony at a minimum whenever it is safe to do that. And once again, we're committed to doing that. Make sure, seniors, you're doing that NTI work because we want to make sure you graduate. And finally, a special announcement for next Friday. You know, I've always had the run club. Next Friday, we're going to have a virtual run club. And we're just going to ask you at some point on Friday to exercise, to run, to walk, get on the treadmill, do whatever exercise it is for you to be healthy. And we're going to give you some information on how to share those pictures with us so we can put together all of our JCPS family who are taking part of our virtual run club, and I'll do the same. So more information to come next week. Make sure to put that on your calendar to be healthy and exercise sometime next Friday and be a part of our virtual running club. We're looking forward to doing that. So week 2's done. Let's get some rest this weekend, move right into week 3 on NTI. Thanks for all your great work, JCPS. See you next week.